Hello guys and gals, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how I get my dewy base makeup, especially for winter, because obviously my skin is dry. I don't know about you guys, but I just love a dewy finish. I mean, obviously people with oily skin prefer matte finishes, but I mean, even if you have oily skin you prefer dewy finish, then you can't beat a dewy finish. I think that's just the best finish in my opinion, but we move. So yeah, I'm just going to show you how I get my dewy base makeup and what products I use. So yeah, if you want to see how I do that, then keep on watching. So first I'm going to prep my skin. So I've moisturised this morning. So first I'm gonna take the PS Prep and Perfect Primer Water in Watermelon from Primark. Just a nice hydrating spray. And it just smells amazing. Yeah, when it comes to prepping, I like to use more than one primer, especially if I want like a really nice dewy finish. Next, I'm actually going to take the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer just to use on my nose mainly and a bit on my chin, because they are where my pores are like screaming at me. To be fair though, I did exfoliate last night, so my skin's not actually that bad this morning, but yeah, I still like to do this. And then I'll just do a bit on my chin. And my hormonal spots have come to say hello. You know what, it's not been a while, it's been a while since my spots were like, but they're quite bad today, so I've been trying to maintain them. But you know, hormonal acne is not the best because not a lot of things work for me, but I do use like tea tree oil and that sometimes helps with like the itchiness and stuff. But yeah, and then I will take a like glowy tacky primer. I usually use the Makeup Revolution, the illuminating primer, but I'm actually going to take their Fix and Glow primer because it's just super glowy and I just love how it feels on the skin. It's so like silky and you can just see the glow. Like, look a bit like Tin Man, but it's not a bad thing when it's under your skin, under your makeup anyway. But it just feels so nice on the skin. Like, if you have not tried this primer, I do recommend. And then while my skin is just like doing its thing, I'm just going to quickly do my brows and then we'll move on to foundation. So for foundation, I'm taking the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Glow. Obviously it's going to be a dewy finish, we're going to be getting all the glow coming in, you know what I mean? And I really do like this foundation as well, just for everyday use. Such a nice foundation and it's really affordable too. So I'm just going to buff that into the skin. I don't like drag it or, you know, circle move. I tap it like so. And if you can see that there's like brush marks still, don't worry, because we're going to go in with a sponge like I do every time, because that's just how I get the best finish. And don't be scared to get it on your lips. And don't forget to blend onto your neck and a little bit in your ears. If you can see a bit of green, it's because I did a Grinch look yesterday. And there's still like green lurking. But yeah, I think this is the best way to apply your foundation. Obviously everyone's different, but I just like patting it into the skin, just giving it a quick buff and then really going over it with a sponge and blending it out fully. That just works best for me, and I think you get the best coverage too. And what you can still see, we are glowing, which is what we want. And then, yeah, it looks a bit crazy, like I'm definitely in person, but we're going to take this sponge, we're going to go over, and that's just going to blend it out. It's going to smooth out, and it's just going to look so nice and flawless. Obviously, if you have some left on your hand, pick it up with your sponge, and then just go everywhere, put that foundation. And then once you're happy with how your foundation is looking, we're going to move on to concealer. So you already know what I'm using. I'm using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealers. I'm using the shade C1 for highlighting and C10 for contour. But these feel so good under the eye because obviously they're hydrating. Because obviously a lot of the time you can get super dry under eyes, which is not the best. But these are just feel so good. And they blend out like an absolute dream. And then first I'm going to buff out the contour shades. I'm going to take this buffing brush from Morphe and then just pat again. We're not swiping or rubbing, we are patting. You see how nice it blends out, and it did it super fast. And the reason I blend out my contour shades first, because obviously the concealer will just balance it all out, so there's no like harsh contour lines. To be fair, there isn't anywhere when you blend it out, but you know what I mean. Then I'm going to take this small buffing brush from Spectrum, the A06, to buff out the concealer. So I'm basically doing what I did with the foundation, buffing out with a brush, and then going over with a sponge. We look kind of crazy, but it's good. I'm just going to blend it all out with a sponge, and then it's all going to just come together. And then once you've got all that nice and blended, we're just going to set it in place. So I'm taking the Makeup Revolution pressed powder. Lots of Makeup Revolution today, isn't there? I'm actually going to use the sponge I use. I'm going to dip in. I'm literally just going to set and pat it in very lightly just to make sure it's all set. And I'm not fully setting, like, I'm not going all the way up, I'm just going really underneath. Because we still want to look dewy, but we just want to set everything in place. Like so. And then I'm taking the Primark bronzer and I'm just going to bronze up over that contour. And then I'm going to take 2 highlighters. So I'm going to take a liquid highlighter and I'm going to take the Iconic London Illuminator in Original. I'm only going to take a little bit because it's a little bit dark, but it's not like end of the world. And I'm going to just put it on the back of my hand, and I'm going to take my ring finger. I'm going to get the tiniest bit on my finger, and I'm just going to pat it on with my finger, like so. How blinding it is. How cute is that? And then because the highlight is just a bit dark for my skin tone, even though it doesn't look that bad, but I'm going to take my sponge and I'm just going to quickly go over. And look, you can still see how glowy it is. Like, it's just so good. And you could easily just leave it like that, but I'm not going to, obviously. It's me we're talking about. So I'm actually going to take a powder next, and I'm going to take the House of Sparkles Fallen Angel. I'm going to just go over, but I'm not going to use like a lot because we don't need a lot, because look at the glow already. Take my highlighting brush from Muffy, just going to dip in a little bit, and then we're just going to go in with a light hand, a little bit on the brush, like so. Bring it up. As well, that sets like the highlight of the liquid underneath, doesn't it? So, and then I'm just gonna quickly do something with my eyes, and then I'll be back. So I've just done some eye. Just ignore it because it's from a separate video, but yeah. I've just added some gloss. I've used the Dainty Roses gloss, just a nice clear gloss because I just wanted like a nice just subtle finish. Didn't want oak too. I just didn't want a nude. I just wanted like a shine to my lips. Yeah, my foundation hasn't like rubbed off. It's because I have spots around my mouth, and you know it happens, but we move. But yeah, that's the finished look. A nice glowy finish, glossy lip. But yeah, you can still see that beautiful glow, and I am feeling it. So yeah, that's literally what I do every day for a dewy finish, because I always have dewy skin. I don't like having matte. My skin just doesn't like it when my face is too powdered down, so I don't use a lot of powder at all, but I still, you know, set everything in place. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you thought, or if you just want to chat, or if you've got any ideas or anything you want to see from me. Don't forget to click the bell near the subscribe button so you're notified every time I upload. I upload every Wednesday and Sunday. My social medias are linked down below as well, so feel free to check them out. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye.